Hello, Fabbo listeners. Thanks for joining me for another empowering episode of the Fabbo Podcast. I'm thrilled to have you here as we embark on another journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Now, I know this note comes as no surprise to many of you that we live in a world where it's easy to get caught up into trying to fit in, a world that pushes us to conform, a world that pushes us to be like everybody else. If we see somebody doing something, we should do that. If we hear somebody talking about something, we should be talking about it. We need to be like everybody else in order to succeed. But here's the truth, friends. Celebrating your individuality, or as we like to say around here in the Fabbo community, embracing what makes you Fabbo is indeed a superpower and will what set you on the path of Fabboness. Embracing your quirks, your talents, your passions, it's not just about self-expression. It's about unlocking your full potential. Because when you follow your true self to shine, you will become a magnet for opportunities, connections, and experiences that will all align with who you are. My friends, that's what we're talking about on today's episode of the Fabbo Podcast. We'll dive in right after this. Welcome to my little corner of the podcast world. I'm Bobby Brinkman, your host and guide on this transformational journey of business and personal growth. Known as a confidence and motivational instigator, I'm also a speaker, transformational leader, and a mindset coach. But more importantly, I'm here to empower you to transform your business and life with actionable strategies, inspiring stories, valuable resources, and connections. The Fabbo Podcast is a space where creatives tune in to fuel their growth, ignite their energy, tap into the power of their purpose and passion to build thriving businesses and lives while becoming the best version of themselves. Together, we'll dive into the mindset and motivation you need to achieve success on your own terms. Because, my friends, if you're doing what you love, it should bring you profit, purpose, and joy. We'll also shed light on the essential topics like imposter syndrome, self-care, setting boundaries, and overcoming that negative self-talk. I'm here to cheer you on and remind you to be your biggest fan, to be your own hero, helping you overcome any obstacles in your entrepreneurial journey. Through engaging solo episodes and insightful conversations with inspiring guests who will bring their own stories, experiences, and expertise to the conversation. Together, we're going to cultivate a Fabbo community of heart-centered, confident entrepreneurs and leaders that are ready to continue to make meaningful impact. So once again, I'm Bobby Brinkman, your host, here to support you every step of the way. With a steadfast commitment to empowerment, mindset, motivation, and momentum, we're going to pave the way for thriving businesses and lives that we genuinely deserve. Time to motivate, educate, and celebrate who you are and where you are here on the Fabbo Podcast. So friends, grab your earbuds, hit that play button, and get ready to embrace what makes you Fabbo and take action to build the business and life that you want and deserve. So grateful and appreciative of sharing space with me throughout this podcast. Now let's get back to the show. All right, welcome back, friends. I wanted to share a topic, and this topic in particular, that's very near and dear to my heart. The incredible power of embracing what makes you Fabbo, and how that translates into both personal and professional growth. Because I wanted to dig a little bit deeper into this topic, because it comes up a lot in my coaching and consulting students, and I also get asked to speak on this a lot. It's one of the topics that people reach out to me and ask me to address a small group or to do a conference on. So I decided that I wanted to break it up into 3 episodes in hopes that these smaller episodes will really resonate with you to regain your confidence, shift your mindset to believe in yourself, and know the value and power of embracing what makes you Fabbo. And it's because it's more than just one of your superpowers. It's also that secret sauce that sets you apart in your business and in your life. I already know that you're Fabbo. My role and my gift is to empower you to know that you are Fabbo and that you are Fabbo exactly as you are right now and exactly for where you want to go. I just need you to start believing in that. So let's kick off this series. Let's call it Call to Embrace Your Inner Fabbo. I'm going to break these down into segments, and I'm going to give you some highlights within these segments. So hopefully you're grabbing those earbuds and you're ready to settle in. And again, go back and listen to these episodes in case you're ever feeling down or you're feeling a little disheartened. I want you to know these episodes are here for you as well as I am. So to kick off again, as I said in this series, let's call this segment a call to embrace your inner Fabbo. Embracing your inner Fabbo not only boosts self-confidence, but it also attracts opportunities and connections. And here are some highlights in doing so. First highlight is when you embrace your inner Fabbo, it's like turning on a spotlight within you. It's about recognizing and celebrating the unique blend of talents, qualities, and passions that make you who you are. Highlight two is when you embrace your Fabbo, you acknowledge your worth and your potential. You understand what your value is. You understand what you are worth. You believe in these things. This self acceptance is a foundation of authentic confidence that will radiate in everything that you do. Highlight three, confidence isn't about being boastful. I'm not talking about conceit here, friends. It's about knowing your strengths and embracing your independence with grace. Because when you're confident in what makes you Fabbo, you will exude that magic energy. Let's just go a little bit woo-woo here. You'll send off those magic vibes that will draw people to you. Highlight four, the amazing thing is that all this self-confidence won't just stay within you. As I mentioned, you'll send out that magic energy, and this will be a powerful message that you're going to tell potential clients, you're going to tell those that you collaborate with, and more importantly, you're going to tell yourself and the world that you're ready to embrace challenges, take risk, and make that positive impact that I know you're here to make. Highlight five, as you start shining with this self confidence, you will naturally become a beacon for many opportunities that in the past, before you've shifted your mindset, would never come your way because you never told yourself or allowed yourself, or dare I say, gave yourself permission to take those risks and reach out. You didn't have that confidence, that self doubt creeped in. People in situations will be drawn to your positive energy and they will believe in you because they see that you have the belief in yourself. People want to work with those that are energetic, enthusiastic, and that do have that air of confidence, not arrogance. Highlight six, when you embrace your Fabbo will open doors to connections that you might have never imagined or ever thought you could have because self doubt creeped in. That person would not want to get to meet me. What do I have to offer that person? How can I offer that person? Instead, when you're your authentic self and your confident self, you will attract like minded individuals who appreciate and resonate with all those things that make you unique. Highlight seven, it's in a space of self confidence and authenticity that these genuine connections are formed. These connections will lead to lifelong collaborations and partnerships, and friends, even friendships that will enrich both your personal and professional life. You have something to offer, and others want what you have to offer in the forms of support, in the forms of collaboration, in the forms of getting to build a long-term relationship that help you grow as much as it does them. That's the beauty of when you're confident and authentic. People will see that, and people will resonate, and you can do good together. Highlight eight. So remember, embracing your inner Fabbo isn't just about an act of self-love. It is about a powerful tool for growth. It will boost your self-confidence. We talked about attracting opportunities. It will help you form connections that will continue to contribute to your journey for success on your own terms. When you embrace your strengths, your quirks, your passions, and your dreams, this whole journey that you're on will evolve. Embrace the power to make an impact by not fitting in, but by standing out, being true to yourself, and making a difference by the differences you have. Let's dive into segment two, the ripple effect of growth. Now, let's talk about how this ripple effect will help celebrate you being individual and the individuality that you have, that you can have on a personal and professional growth because it will help you grow because you're accepting who you are. You know what you can do, and you're authentically proud to show up and show off. And my friends, you go where you are celebrated and not tolerated. Because when you fully embrace your uniqueness, you give yourself permission to step into your own spotlight. You will bring that fresh perspective to the table, and that perspective will lead to innovative solutions, creative ideas, and a lot of unexpected breakthroughs. Embracing what makes you Fabbo is not just that feel-good sentiment. It's a strategic move that will give you a significant competitive advantage in both business and life. So let's dive in a little bit how embracing your uniqueness can contribute to your success. Again, success on your own terms. That's what we're all about here. So again, with the highlights, highlight 1 is think of the world of business and life as a vibrant marketplace filled with countless options and choices. When you embrace what makes you Fabbo, it's like having a distinctive product on the shelf that stands out from the rest, instantly grabs attention, and has people curious. Think about that. You are the product. You are the secret sauce. You are why people choose to do business with you. Highlight 2, in a sea of sameness, and my gosh, think about Instagram, think about social media, think about everything that we see that looks a lot alike, might be one or two different things, but for the most part, it is a lot of the same thing. Your unique qualities act as that beacon that will draw people to you. Now, as an educator and speaker, I know that I speak on the same thing that others speak on. I know that I educate on the same topics, but I bring my own self to those words and my own self to those presentations. So everybody learns differently and they learn from somebody else differently. People might see the same idea or the same offerings. If you're in the wedding industry and you're a wedding planner, people might go wedding planner versus wedding planner versus wedding planner. But what sets you apart is you. That's that uniqueness that you have. That's what you need to do to keep doing and showing up because it grabs people's attention and they'll be curious to know why is it that you just look different? Just a little bit different, but what is it? And then get them to get to know you and then show off, right? So when you're a business owner, you're also going to be that creative entrepreneur or leader that shows your unique perspective and these skills that set you apart to deliver extraordinary events, to deliver an extraordinary piece of art. Whatever product or service you have, you're going to deliver it extraordinary because you're going to be seen as an innovator and a trailblazer. So in that sea of sameness, stand out, be proud. Highlight 3, when you embrace your uniqueness, it allows you to solve problems and address challenges in ways that others might not have considered. The way you think about something, what makes you different, helps you see. Many of you know I'm dyslexic and have a learning disability. So I don't read a lot of things. I have to really watch patterns and watch what people do. Then I can figure out, okay, that's how that must be done. I have to look at something. I can see a video and then I can try to go and do what I saw in the video and grab those details, but I can't read a lengthy note. Audio works great for me. I learn a lot by listening. I'm so thrilled that there's educators and other people, role models for myself that do things on audio so I can hear. They can come into my earbuds and I can learn that way. So your uniqueness, whatever it is going to set you apart and will give you an opportunity to solve somebody else's problem or their need in a different way. The innovative approach will stem from your willingness to embrace your strengths and embrace your weaknesses, and even if they differ from conventional forms. Embracing your strengths and your weaknesses is a true superpower because, again, those are the things that set you apart. Even your weaknesses set you apart from how others do something because your weaknesses might just really be one of your superpowers. Highlight 4, business is all about being different. When you embrace what makes you unique, you create that niche that is distinctively you. You become that go-to expert for a specific audience who values your individuality and the solutions that only you can provide. Highlight 5, authenticity shines through in your work, in your life, how you carry yourself, your day-to-day activities, the habits that you form. It's going to come through. Whether you're crafting a new project, delivering a service, coming up with a new offer, or leading a team, that genuine passion that you bring to the table will resonate with your target audiences, and they will see you for who you are and the difference that you can make and the difference that you are. Authenticity forms that deep and lasting connection because once people get to know you and they know that you're real and genuine and you show up as your authentic self, they will fall in love with the fact that you are your authentic self. And then they'll realize all that you have to bring. And you're going to run and surround yourself with people who don't want something from you, but want to do something for you. Being authentic is one of the key ways to get there. Highlight 6. The beauty of embracing your uniqueness is that it will transcend boundaries of business. In your personal life, it will allow you to cultivate relationships built on this authenticity. Your genuine self will attract people who appreciate you for who you are and want to surround you. And I talk often on this podcast about surrounding yourself with those that want to lift you up and not hold you down, that want to cheer for you when you're doing well, but cheer for you when you fall. Those that are going to be there through thick and thin. That is a very small circle. Surround yourself with the people that understand your authenticity, and they will want to be around you because of who you are. Highlight 7. Standing out doesn't mean trying to please everyone. In the creative entrepreneur world, we're people pleasers. We want to say yes to everybody, and we want to solve everybody's problem. And our uniqueness can help us do that. But it's also a flaw. It's also something that holds us back because we want to say yes and we want to be a people pleaser. And I don't know how many times, shake your heads up and down, you have heard, if you're trying to please everyone, you will not please anyone. It means attracting the right people and the individuals and opportunities that align with your values, your goals, and your aspirations. Heck, when you show up and know who you are, you'll also know who you don't want to work with, right? We'll talk about that a little bit later in this episode, in this series. Highlight 8. Embracing what makes you unique positions you as the thought leader and an authority in your field, in this industry, in your craft, wherever you work. People respect and seek out individuals who have the courage to stand apart from the crowd and offer a fresh perspective and aren't afraid to speak up and say, I have a different idea. Can we look at this differently? How about if we thought? How about if we took a look at? How about if we saw this in a different way? Highlight 9. Your unique advantage also extends your ability to adapt and evolve. When you embrace change and stay true to yourself, you demonstrate that dynamic flexibility that can navigate shifting trends and landscapes and even the direction that you want to go. You may be here now, friends, and you want to go there. As you grow and you push past your comfort zone and you start having success, your whole where you want to be may change. Being yourself authentically, you'll be able to adapt as you grow. Highlight 10. So in this world that we talked about that values conformity and everybody looking the same, remember that embracing your uniqueness is your secret weapon. You're the secret sauce to your business, friends. Believe this. It's your passport to a distinctive brand, a loyal audience, and a fulfilling life that's tailor-made to match your authentic self. Now, in this next segment, we're going to go a little bit deeper, and we're going to talk about the unique vantage to thrive in business when you believe in yourself and you embrace what makes you Fabbo. So, segment 3, embracing uniqueness in your business. Business owners, especially creative entrepreneurs, this one is for you. In this entrepreneurial world, embracing your uniqueness is just an option. It's not just an option. It's a game changer. Sit back and think of all the times that you are so proud of yourself and celebrated something you just did. And I bet if you look deep at it, it's because you looked at it differently. You did something different. What you brought to the table was different. That's one of the reasons you succeeded. Your authenticity becomes your brand, your unique selling proposition. It's what attracts your ideal client and those you do not want to work with, and customers who resonate with your values and your visions. Because when you stand out, instead of blending in, you create a brand that is memorable, impactful, and most importantly, you. And that you is aligned with your passions and your purpose. For the final segment of this episode, I want to talk a little bit about the exciting intersection of authenticity and branding. Your authenticity is just a personal trait. It's the foundation of your brand. It's the unique selling proposition that will set you apart in a marketplace, in your industry, wherever it is that your career is. When you come up with this brand, authentically you. And my friends, let me say that if you're a solo entrepreneur and you're just an online business person, I don't use the word just as a word of disrespect. But if this is what you do and it is just you, again, no disrespect, you still have a brand. You have colors that you like, you have fonts that you like, you have sayings that you say, you have isms of your own. You do not need to have a massive company or a massive team to have a brand. You are your brand. Your authenticity is your brand. So let's dive into that. Highlight 1 here is your authenticity is the core of your brand identity. It's the genuine essence that you infuse into every aspect of your business. Highlight 2, just as no two individuals are alike, your authenticity creates a brand that's unparalleled and uniquely your own. You're not going to do things exactly the same way other like businesses do. You may fit under the umbrella, you may fit under the title of having the same job, but you do not do the job the same way. Your uniqueness is what you bring. Your uniqueness is what sets you apart. How you go about doing it, how you interact, the client experience. Those are all things that set you apart and make you uniquely you. Now, we talked a little bit about attracting your ideal or right fit client. Authenticity is that magnet. It draws in clients and customers who resonate with you, who like your energy, who like your enthusiasm. And even if they're just looking on social media or your website or they hear something about you, those words are used. They see that. So therefore, they can't wait to meet you. This will also help you know who you don't want to work with. Because if you're high energy and you're really enthusiastic, you're not going to work with somebody who brings low energy. It will not be a good fit. So you also know what to do with your brand, how to be your authentic self to attract your ideal or right fit client. You also know what you do, who you are is not going to resonate with others. And that will save you and the client a lot of time. Highlight 2 here is when you embrace your uniqueness and communicate it authentically, you naturally attract clients who will align with your message. And they're going to become your loyal supporters. They're going to become your foundation. I built Bobby Brinton Photography brick by brick 42 years ago. I did not do advertising. I only had to pay for the 1-800 Yellow Pages ad because in order to have a 1-800 number, I had to pay something. But I didn't have all these big ads. I didn't even have a website when I started. So I had to build it by having my clients appreciate who I was, how I did it, and the service that I gave them, and the client journey I took them on. And then they started feeding me more clients. They were my referral. They were my social media. They were my, hey, take a look at Bobby. She's doing this. I had a storefront with a big window, and we would change that window every month, and we would welcome new clients. We would say, hey, here's the specials we're doing in the studio. At the time, my studio did weddings and portraits, so we would have people coming in throughout the week for portrait sessions, and we would come up with themes. These clients then became loyal because every month they wanted to come back. I started putting them on a loyalty program. You sign up with me for the year, and this is what we do. All the way to when your child gets married, you're going to be loyal, and there will be a gift. There'll be something to say thank you for that loyalty. I built Bobby Ring Photography brick by brick by having clients appreciate me, let me show up and show off authentically who I was, not having to hide anything, not having to hide that I was gay, was me. Not having to hide that I'm going to talk a little fast and I may not get all my words right and I'm going to stutter, but my enthusiasm just lights that up. I built Bobby Ring Photography brick by brick, loyal customer by loyal customer, so that 42 years later, I have a big source of support who continue to feed into my business. Now I have those same clients that are in the corporate world that now put me on their speaker list because they believed in me as my photography and they trusted me with their memories. They now know that I've made this shift and this move into my next passion where I feel called to lead. They now support me by mentioning my name again. Build that loyalty by embracing who you are and communicate it every single day. Let people see that this is what sets you apart. Standing out, part 3 on this one is going to be standing out and being memorable. Highlight 1 here is blending in is forgettable. Let's not do that. Standing out is what's memorable. Your uniqueness is key to crafting a brand that will leave a lasting impression, even if the person doesn't hire you. That impression you make might just have them think, I did not hire Bobby Brinton Photography this time, but man, I enjoyed meeting her. I loved her team. So if you're ever looking for a wedding photographer or a corporate photographer or something, make sure to give Bobby a look. Even though I didn't book them, I gave them an extraordinary experience. I was memorable. I stood out. When you boldly express your authentic self in your branding, you become a breath of fresh air. In a sea of all this massive websites where everything looks the same, and they don't really know who they talk to, the social media looks the same, do something that makes you stand out. Show something about yourself. Remember, your brand. The distinction that you make will make you unforgettable. Impactful branding with align with your passions. Highlight here is authenticity aligns your branding with your passion. When your brand is a true reflection of who you are, how you breathe, what lights you up. It becomes a vessel for delivering your passion and purpose to any potential client, to industry peers, to your community, and dare I say, to the world. Highlight 2 here is imagine the impact when your passion is conveyed through every interaction, through every product, every service that you offer. It resonates deeply with your audience because you're consistent. My high energy is consistent even on days behind the curtain where I am at some of my lowest lows due to some personal reasons. Not a mindset, but just things that come on top of me. I show up. My mission with this podcast has always been to empower, motivate, just to help you with the mindset and keep the momentum going forward however you want to go. So make sure that your passion, they see it and they know it because people will resonate to that. People want to see somebody authentic. They want to see somebody who's passionate about whatever you're going to do for them because what they come to you for, it's the only thing in their world right now. It's the thing that they're working on. It could be a headache. It could be the best day of their life. It could be the joy. This is the thing they've waited for. If you meet them and exceed that enthusiasm and passion, you're going to be memorable. Nurturing connections and loyalty, it's an authentic branding that comes in genuine connections because when you nurture your clients and you nurture that loyalty, clients and customers will appreciate realness. It fosters trust and fosters a sense of loyalty. This goes the same with working with your industry peers. When they know who you are and what to expect, they'll be able to share you with their clients. Highlight 2 here is when you are true to yourself and your brand, you build a tribe of supporters who believe in you and your mission and will be equally a champion for you. They will be the ones that will help elevate you and take you from here to there. Continually to involve your brand. Continually to involve your brand. You have to continue to change and shape and grow. We talked about that earlier. You're going to be able to adapt when you have this confidence. Because just as you grow and evolve, so will your brand. The color you start out with today or the logo you start out with at some point in your entrepreneur journey is going to change. At some point, you're going to just say, I feel better, or I'm in a new space and I'm ready to see a change. I'm ready to see something different. I'm going to do that with a font or a logo. I just feel I need something fresh. It's okay to do that. This confidence will allow you to change and reframe and be relevant and adapt to where you are now. Your authentic brand is a living entity that involves you. It involves with you, making a representation of your journey, where you were, where you are now, and your continued growth. So as we wrap up this first episode in this series, I want to leave you with a powerful call to action. I want you to take a moment today and reflect on what makes you Fabbo, what makes you uniquely you. Really take stock and ownership of these superpowers and the impact that you have and you will continue to make with them. Friends, you know I believe in you, and I know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be on your growth journey, professionally and personally. And I am grateful to share space with you today. I'm here for you. I'm cheering you on, encouraging and supporting you, and meeting you where you are. So if you need some additional mindset, motivation, momentum, nudge, then let's connect. You know how to get a hold of me, BobbyRickman.com. Email me at bfabbo@bobbyrickman.com. DM, Voxer, text, all the links are in the show notes. Friends, peace and gratitude. Until next week, stay Fabbo. Stay true to yourself and keep embracing what makes you Fabbo.